All right, everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for February 12th, 2024. Remember, time is an illusion, right? Please also remember that any of my readings are for educational and for entertainment purposes only. Always use your own clarity, insight, and wisdom. And if you need any additional help, always check with your own medical providers, okay? All right. So the cards that came out is from the pre-shuffle, and that's why today's title is Scattered Messages, because I feel like it's more than one here, and also a couple of different situations. Now, please remember that, what I say today may not be your story at all, but it also can be foresight. That's why you don't connect with it, okay? Um, because sometimes you're not meant to do messages before it's meant for you to get an inclination, right? So just keep that in mind. Real quick, for the people who do not know, I practice Vedic Sidereal. Um, that is what I do. I no longer have as much faith in Western astrology and astronomy. And yeah, but don't let that deter you. If you hear a message and it resonates, that's all that matters, right? Um, I'm here for educational and entertainment advice, so just keep that in mind. What else? Also, we are still in um Capricorn season, Vedic Sidereal, until February the 15th, and then we will move to Aquarius. So that's the first difference between Vedic and Western astrology. Aquarius season will be February the 15th through March the 15th, and then it will move to Pisces, okay? So don't tell me that I'm wrong and all that stuff there. What else? We have Mars still in Capricorn up until March the 14th. Like I said, we still have the Sun up until February the 15th in Capricorn. I believe Venus is still in Capricorn. And Jupiter is in Taurus, but it will be, is it still in Taurus or did it go direct in Aries? I believe it went direct in Aries. Okay, from Taurus, because it was in retrograde in Taurus. I'll check on that. Okay, so the first planet that will be going retrograde for 2024 will be Mercury, of course, but that's not going to happen until April the 1st through April 24th. Now, keep that in mind when you are listening not only to my readings but other readings here on YouTube. Okay, but yeah, Jupiter is still in Aries. It's going to move to Taurus in May the 1st. Okay, so since this card of solar eclipse revolution came out, the next solar eclipse is going to be in Pisces, uh, which they call Revati Nakshatra. Okay, um, it seems like that is going to be like all of us, because this is still a collective reading. This is not a personal. If you need a personal reading that's more about you and your journey, you can always email me. My information is all over my channel. You can find it, okay? Um, but our solar eclipse is going to be in Pisces, again, Vedic Sidereal, and it's going to be us as a collective, like waking from a dream, coming out of like a metaphysical truth, or going more into a metaphysical truth and wisdom, and coming out of that sense of escapism and fantasy. Okay. Around that solar eclipse, which is a sense of revolution of oneself, is going to be about letting go of all those false story, All those fake, false stories that you have been telling yourself, that you have been listening to from your lover, from your spouse, from people in your community, your neighbors, your job, your boss, from family members. You're just going to become more awakened, okay? And that's going to be April the 8th for this solar eclipse. Because remember, Pisces is a 12th house of an ending, right? So that you can have a reset. And then a reset will move to Aries, first house. So that sense of escapism and fantasy and idealization and everything like that that we have been succumbing ourselves to, not looking at people truly the way that they should be seen, trying to give them like a break, still putting up with their BS, right? We're going to, um, okay. So that's probably why this flexibility card is here, because this did come out first. So we have flexibility. I feel whatever your situation is right now, whether it's romantic, financial, career wise, I feel that you are in the energy of remaining flexibility or flexible, but you're gonna have to continue to be in this flexibility type of mode, okay, until April the 8th. So because I feel, yeah, ninth house, because you're still having faith that something can be done or changed or worked out, or possibly, seen a different way. But I guarantee you, once the solar eclipse in Pisces happen on April the 8th, you're going to let go of all those false stories that you've been telling yourself. For some of you, also false stories that you have been telling other people. Um, other people, for some of you, may have been very flexible with you, trying to have faith that maybe that you would change or do better, or change your attitude, change the way, that you see a situation, hoping that for some of you would be more flexible uh, with that person, because this can go both ways. Now, the very first two cards that came out, and you have the Ace of Wands over here, Angel of Adventure. You have holistic health and rebirth. So that's going to be Virgo and then Scorpio energy, right? The first thing that I hear and see is that a lot of you will also, this false stories about yourself, a sense of revolution. Some of you will begin to change the way that you eat, diet, gain weight, lose weight, exercising. Um, you're about to go through a transformation, not only spiritually and mentally, but physically. hmm Now, some of you may have already been on this journey, and this could be a very first time for you. But I see that you're actually going to keep it up because you want to see the results. And I also feel that you have a lot more faith in yourself and in the process of doing this for the long run. Now, it may not be forever, but it can be for a lot of you the next 7 months that you will be working on this. Um, as an all over sense of revolution in eclipse. In eclipse is something that will be eclipsed away from you. So the way that you think, false stories, idealization about people and situations, and also a false story regarding your own self of how you see yourself, but that it's time or things about you that needs to change. Now, this also can be reflective of your, not only just your health, but for some of you, your age. So, this rebirth and what you're deciding to do for longevity of your health and also mental health. This also could be, a rebirth. You're ready to switch up overall about how you obtain money regarding your job and your career. You're very flexible, or will remain to be very flexible right now, because this is what you were going to do anyway until I brought this message to the forefront. because you had it in your mind. You've been thinking about it, for some of you, on and off. Um, but closer to the month of April, when that begins to start, you will become more activated from within, okay, to begin this regimen. And again, not only just with food, exercising, and even you don't have to go full force out, okay, Peloton or anything like that. You can start with brisk walking. You don't have to go to a gym. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. We have a lot of entrepreneurials where that, based on your own budget, you can download different apps. They can send you different food plans, workout plans customized to your body weight and mass and things like that, right? So you don't have to commit to a gym and pay any money. You can even start out with Pilates, okay? Because that's what she's doing. Also, yoga. So that will totally help with your chakras. But the main message here is really that you're going to be eclipsing a lot of things out of your life. Not only people, relationships, friendships, the way that you think, um, the way that some of you have been blocking a lot of your religion or spirituality. What else? A change in your money. Mhm. Just also remain very flexible as much as you can um, with your money, okay? Stretching it here, stretching it there, because this overall change in you and your life is going to be, or is part of your destiny, which is right here, YOD. Nine of Wands. You're hurt, you're wounded, but you're still a warrior. You're still going to press through. Some of you may actually be healing physically from some type of trauma. It can be from anything, from a car accident, from surgery, from a actual wound on your body. It also can be, maybe some of you broke a leg, broke an arm, a car accident. So you can be gaining your flexibility back right now working with a therapist. So that's very good, because this is going to bring in the rebirth here. Holistic health, Nine of Wands, as you can see, the wounded, the bandage on the head. So this is already why they had me talking about the health. Okay, and then we have a rebirth. So some of you, you will be or is going through medical help and assistance anyway right now. Now, it don't have to be physically, but for some of you, it also can be mentally. So some of you can be talking with a therapist, a counselor. This can be something that, as a sense of escapism, some of you can be a strong Pisces as a moon or ascendant, or as a sun sign or Scorpio energy, where that you use a lot of escapism to take you out of your mind, of your thoughts. And you use a lot of vices. It can be with overeating, not eating enough, over exercising, trying to escape from what's going through your mind, what you're thinking about, what you're actually trying to heal from, which for some of you can be a broken heart, um, a loss of a person, right? You're rebirthing. You're wanting to heal from that spiritual and also emotional trauma. This also can be where that you smoking a lot, drinking a lot, right? Very obsessively. Um, Different partners, different intimate affairs, trying to use that as a way to escape. Okay, instead of um, getting this holistic health, or also through man-made medical health. Um, it's very hard, but that's part of our destiny as humans, living this spiritual experience as a human, that we don't have instructions. So some people just use like a lot of music or lyrics, right? as a way of escapism from what you feel is hurting or wounding you. But you're still standing though. You're you're a warrior. Okay. Now you do know that the next card will be the Ten of Wands. So soon this burden, you're going to be able to put it down. And I believe that you're about to begin, a lot of you, within the next year, within the next 30 days, as a start of doing or continuing this rebirth about oneself. Okay. Some of you also see how all of this wand energy is coming out. You got 9 to the 1. Like I just said, King of Wands, right? You're about to feel the difference. You're going to want to take action. You're going to be very active. This is going to be what you desire to do. It is falling right up under this sense of revolution. You're going to have the desire to fix this situation about yourself in your life. What you're doing, what you're not doing. You're going to realize it. It's going to come to you. You're going to put a lot of action and faith behind it, and you're going to become this go getter. Now, some of you may already be in this energy with Mars and Capricorn if you are Capricorn moon or sun, or can be ascendant. But with Mars in Capricorn, some of you could have been very flexible in a job or a career or some type of temporary um, 1099 or contract type of work position where that you were very flexible with this job position, but maybe that has ended now. And now you're coming up with new ideas and plans to um, to go after or to do next. I feel that you're very flexible when it's going to come to applying for different positions, whether it's going to be days, nights, part time, full. But it's like I said, the King of Wands is looking at the Nine of Wands. Like, it's time for me to rebirth. It's time for me to get up, get done what I need to do, handle my business, Mars being in Capricorn. Because remember, 10th house of Capricorn is your work sector, it's your work house, it's your career. It's you also developing this sense of revolution of what your destiny is and to go after it and to do it. So you're getting better at understanding your calling in life. What am I supposed to be doing? What do I really want to do? What do I desire to do? What am I good at? And don't forget, you got the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. I believe that's the Ace of Wands over there. Okay. Also, King of Wands is somebody who's, like I said, is very energetic. You can be picking up a new skill set, doing a new hobby, getting up, moving around a lot more, exercising, feeling and gaining that confidence, that endurance, that inertia. Okay. Some of you also may be looking at a particular person that maybe it's a family member or a friend, a bestie, or somebody that that you're interested in. And that person also can be very hurt and wounded from some type of trauma, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, maybe it's from a loss of a loved one. And you see this person is very hurt and wounded. But some of you may be a holistic healer with the holistic health over there. And this person may be sent into your life to help them with their rebirth. Okay. You'll understand if that message is for you. So now we have Pisces energy, like I'm talking about, the High Priestess. That's when that solar eclipse is going to happen. Like I already told you, April the 8th is the solar eclipse in Pisces. The High Priestess is 12th house of Pisces. It's you all knowing. You already know this. You already went over this in your mind. You've been discussing it, but I don't feel you've been taking action yet. But I'm just, like I said, readings are about foresight, but you will. Now, you may not go full force all the way in the beginning, but you will start some type of revolution in oneself. And it's going to start with your spirituality. Um, and then it's going to start working on your faith, as faith and believing in yourself. Then it's going to move into the energetic action and confidence. Um, but this is a silent change, is what I'm hearing, with the high priestess here. Some of you may have already been doing some research on exercise, diet, food, um, researching jobs, change of career, or maybe even going to school or back to school. Some of you have been still probably researching religion, different religious denominations, and or can be Vedic or past life research. But you will continue to gain this insight. Okay, it's gonna come to you because it's part of your makeup of who you are in your DNA and your destiny. Um, your faith is getting stronger. Your belief system is getting stronger. You've been very flexible with yourself, but I feel that you're about to buckle down. You're very quiet, or will be very quiet with this change that you're about to go through. Um, this is also, some of you have been very quiet about breaking up with a certain person, or for some people, several people. It's kind of like a sense of elimination. You're not really talking that much, you're not really communicating. Can be also to a person who really desire you, and you can be hurting this person emotionally, or they feel very wounded because you purposely are not communicating a lot, or this is just your demeanor. Okay. What is the next card? Nine of Cups in reverse. Some of you have been doing, some of you are letting off the gluttony. Okay. Um, things that maybe you thought you wanted or wished for, you're changing your mind. This sense of eclipsing is already started for some of you. Okay, maybe you didn't know what it was, or why your change of mind is happening. And this also can be why some of you have been ghosting or not talking to somebody, um because you don't really wish to go down this road. Maybe it's just not your wish or cup of indulgence that you thought that it was going to be. And it can be because this person hurt or wounded you emotionally or verbally, right? Um, but maybe you did desire to date this person or get to know them better, but something happened, can be in the midst of communication, uh, and you didn't talk. So let me get this last card out. Queen of Wands. Some of you can be Leo, Aquarius, Gemini, Sag, Libra, Aries, Pisces. Um, some of you can be Cancer, Capricorn. Let me see. Virgo. Scorpio, Taurus. Mm-hmm. Sag, Gemini. I said Sag, Gemini, didn't I? Okay. So some of you will be becoming very separated or coming out of a sense of codependency, when it comes to desire, will, and strength. Hmm. You will be, at some point in time, probably closer till April the 8th, you will begin to probably cut your hair, decide to grow your hair out, change your hair color. You will begin to lose weight, or you will see some significance in the drastic change in yourself. So you will be maybe buying a couple of pieces of clothes. Um, but I feel that you're understanding what you want and you're ready to go after it. Now, if this is about a pair or a couple coming together, um, this is somebody that you do not know, High Priestess. But it is part of your newfound, because once you let go of this sense of escapism and idealization about people or a certain person that you thought you wanted or that was suited for you, but you realize what energy you are and what you represent, you will be letting go of the false story so that the true story can begin. You get me? Okay. Temperance, more Sag energy in reverse. Some of you are just totally upset with a situation or a person that did not go very well. Somebody said something or they didn't do something. They didn't um, proceed with the desire of committing to this relationship or taking it to the next level. So it turned your Nine of Cups in reverse and it made you go quiet and silent and dismissive. Okay. And you can just now be getting back into this energy as the Queen of Wands. But you know, this other person as the King of Wands, that can still be you if you're a divine feminine, because you can be in your masculine energy. And if you go back this way, this can be that you are so much in your divine feminine energy that now you need to eclipse, okay, and come out of that divine feminine energy right now and go into your masculine. If you're in your masculine right now, then you will be moving into your more divine feminine energy. Okay. Now remember, we all have both within us, but you'll know if you're more of a masculine energy, which is an initiator. Okay. You go after what you want. Whether you're a masculine or a feminine, if you like somebody, you'll say something. That's a King of Wands. Whether you're a feminine, a female, or a male. Okay. The Queen of Wands sits on her throne and she be desired by other people, and they usually come to her, okay? As the divine feminine energy, because she's looked upon and as very confident, very enduring, very beautiful, very attractive, um nice looking for the age, okay? Very desirable, like I said, energetic, ready to get up and go out and go have some fun. Whether it's walking or, going swimming or surfing or bowling or whatever, she's very energetic, okay? She has that go getter energy also. But the only difference is the king go get up and goes after and say something. The Queen of Wands, um, most people come to her as being lured to her as of how confident she is. Okay. All right. But temperance is here in reverse, which is you don't want to you don't want to um, give these emotions out anymore if it's unnecessary to people who are, or who maybe you thought was part of your fantasy. You don't have the temperament for it anymore. And also for your own self, you're losing your own temperament about oneself, despair about what you need to get up and get done and do. Some of you could have been or is sitting in a sense of despair, anxiety, stress, depression. Uh, But this is why this solar eclipse is coming in. Sudden wealth. Like I said, the key to this, um, you see that? The key to this is to let go of fantasy and be either here and now. If this person is not talking to you, they're not taking initiative, they're not being a leader, acting a leader, walking a leader, speaking like a leader, don't stay in a fantasy world that's saying that one day that they will. Because this person also needs to um, rebirth and work on their own confidence, okay? Their own self esteem. And you can't heal that wound for them. So now we have the courtship. Like I said, something is coming in, but you're going to have to come out of that escapism, which is that dreamy state. You also, for a lot of you, could be having a lot of very vivid dreams with the high priestess here, um, where that some of you may be connecting with a soulmate telepathically, or I just lost, not well, I'm finna say transport, but telepathically, and also teleporting. So we have this is like, I call it like the Two of Wands, because soon you're gonna have to choose what door to go in. One door is about to close so that another one can open. And we have the Garden of Eden here. Okay. What I do want to clarify, now, whoever your person is, and I know everybody doesn't have somebody that they're dating. I know a lot of my subscribers and moderators are celibate and they're single, but this applies to you also. Um, it's kind of time to have this sense of revolution about oneself. Now, it doesn't have to be a love affair, but it also can be a very strong kinship or friendship that wants or needs to come in. Because this also will help you with your sense of abundance. Because the more you laugh, the more you smile, the more you sit in that energy, that is what you will continue to track in. But if you decide to sit in sadness, depression, anxiety, and stress, which exercise a change of your health, diet, regimen, counseling, medical care, however it can be, um, also opening up your sacral chakra, which is where the wounds can be. Some of you may have a stomach wound and or scar also, but this is going to give you more flexibility, not only physically, but see there, the stars. Not only physically, but you need to be more flexible instead of very much closed off. Okay, because we're talking about metaphysical truth and wisdom. It's not all about the physical of the body, but it's time for your dreams to align with the metaphysical. Okay, so we have the wishes, peace, nighttime, falling in love, blessed, hope, dreams, inspired, providence, and miracles. So this is why they kept having me in all these wand energy is here. It's the inspiration. Okay, nobody's going to inspire you but yourself. But also the clues, the information. You, as the high priestess here, all knowing, you already know what you need to do, but you just haven't begun to physically or emotionally be desired to get up and do something about it. Okay. Now, for some of you that has a partner or somebody that you're dating or want information about, um, I don't know if it's particularly you, what happened between the both of you, or outside influencers. in somebody's life or somebody in your life, whether this hurt and wounded you or your person is hurt and wounded, can be because they could be missing out on this wish fulfillment with you as a true relationship. Like they missed the jackpot, and somebody can be awakening, okay, by April the 8th, or it can be sooner, that they will be missing out on can be a paired partnership. And it's because of, again, outside influences, things that they went through or going through, or their lack of initiative as the King of Wands. They also didn't listen to their intuition, the anchor in reverse. Something that is not stable, something that is not worth enduring, something that is not solid. So that's shaky ground. Somebody I still feel has been restraining theirself. But since this card is coming in reverse and we have flexibility up there, somebody wants or hoping that maybe you're still flexible for them to come in, okay, and speak with you. All right. Like I said, all of this King of Wands energy, no willpower, not taking advantage of, listen to one's intuition, and no fortitude. Now, again, some of you can be the high priestess energy because situations and relationships, friendships have not been very stable or solid in your past. But you have to remember, if you don't live in the here and now, that's the most important. You can't live for the future because that's not here. And you got to come out of that escapism, hurt, and wounded energy from the past. Okay? Now, all of those stories from your past may not be 100% accurate, but sometimes the human brain will let ourselves tell us stories to kind of like subdue and what's the other word I was looking for? Like as a coping mechanism, as a way of dealing with hurt and trauma, that we will begin to believe some of our own stories as a way of coping with a situation that was very hurtful. So for a lot of you, this is what have led you into staying in this high priestess energy, which is no communication, not budging, not moving, being quiet. You don't say anything unless somebody asks you, okay? Um, and you're in between one line of the physical and the metaphysical world. We have two gardens here. I'm trying to speed up a little bit, y'all. Which came in the upright. So, public venue, society, crowds, audience, party, meeting, event, a date, community, outdoors. Now, this is not a Valentine's reading, but take it how it resonates. Y'all know I don't do all that Valentine stuff no more, which is another satanic type of date. But get up and out, okay? Take yourself out for a walk. Go in nature. Go exercise in nature if your weather permits it, okay? Uh, do a skill or a hobby if you paint or if you write poems or if you're writing a book, if you want to listen to podcasts. um, you also can be listening or may need to listen to binaural beats. um, Go sit in the park, ground yourself, put your feet in the ground. Well, it's been raining, in the grass, but some of you, it's time to connect in some type of way to society. Also can be something or a group of people doing the same thing that you love to do. Some of you may be going to a public venue, can be a restaurant, a concert. Um, some of you can be an event, so it can be a birthday party, a wedding, anniversary, maybe a Valentine's party or a work party. Um, but you may not have made a choice about also answering somebody if they were to ask you out, because you may feel that it may not be a solid connection. Okay. But from this person's standpoint, they hope that you will accept it because they are falling in love, but they don't know how to keep restraining themselves anymore from asking you out. Okay, but they do want to, don't be scared. They want to either take you to a public environment, which is very good, but they also want to find somewhere to like sit down with you privately. Okay, and you see more greenery in the background here. Some of you, you may actually connect with this person more than you thought. More fire energy. Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, look at there. Okay. What's the next card? Four of Wands. But you don't know if you should work on this because you right now you're more concentrated on working on yourself, which is good, right? But remember when I always tell you, when the energy of the planets is under love, then be open to that. When the energy of the planets is up under work, money, working on, stability, do that. A lot of people miss opportunities because they don't go with the flow of the feng shui or the energy of where the placements of the planets are up under each zodiac sign. You get me? So a lot of people be trying to work on work when the energy is based on trying to connect or work on love, partnership, or dating or getting to know somebody. I'm not saying to stop working, but to at least make some type of choice and put some type of effort. Okay. And then when the energy is up under love, people be more concentrated on their work. Okay. Ignoring the energy of Venus. And then you would have to wait until Venus go back around to be in a zodiac sign where she's able to have the doors of opportunity for love and success in that department to unite. Okay. So we have the stallion breaking free, tame, wild, strong emotions. What I have been saying for the past 40 minutes, which is that word desire, motivated, the drive force, intimate energy. Somebody does or have been not acknowledging or having the motivation and the perseverance, the willpower, King of Wands, to unleash their strong emotions about a situation. Now, this also could be you, okay, coming in as this stallion with this energy of fire, okay. You would need to look at your chart and see what planet is in either Aries, Sag, or Leo, which can be for some of you Mars energy. Okay, but Mars is in Capricorn, Vedic sidereal right now, but you would need to look in your personal chart. But again, like I said, that solar eclipse is going to be in Pisces April the 8th. So this is the energy that you will be going into, which is the stallion, which is having strong emotions and that motivation and drive force to get out, mingle, go to different events, sign up for different community activities. Um, some of you may decide to travel and go to some type of a party. Also can be signing up for some type of society or organization, which can be fitness, health, metaphysical. Um, I'm hearing sorority. Hmm. But like I said, I feel that this anchor card in reverse is also this letting go of the false story so that things in your life will become more stable. All right, so we have the new moon, the maiden, which is that enchantment, inception, erotic aura. See, that's what I was saying about this Queen of Wands, this energy. You're going to continue, for some of you, give off this energy anyway. And this excitement will be begin to build up in you because you know the things that you will be rebirthing, changing within oneself is leading to a new beginning. Okay. Becoming more carefree because when you live more in your mind as a sense of fantasy, that's a false story as feeling carefree. But actually doing something about it and turning that fantasy into reality is going to be up to you. Okay, bottom of the deck is communication, writing, fax, email, notes, contact information, records, news, memo. So, like I said, somebody probably will be. Let me get you a card before you go. Contacting you or answering some type of message. Also, can be asking you out to some type of public event. Some of you may choose a new job and or career working in the public around huge crowds or some type of audience. Okay, and it's gonna keep you very energized and very motivated. um, some of you may want to break this spring or summer and fall to do something totally different that can keep you very energized and active, which can be a position where you're walking around a lot. You can be working at, some type of venue. You could be doing pop-up events if you're entrepreneurial, right? So go ahead and reach out and get your event dates booked. hmm Now, I don't know when the next new moon is. We will find out by the time we do the next reading. But remember, you have the angel of adventure here. So it is telling you that something is coming up that you will be having, and look at there, inspiration is up under there. You're going to become very inspired, either by a person, a connection, a letter, a memo, a conversation, phone call, um, a contact, information coming to you by a person about how they feel. Um, this is also pregnancy for some of you, so make sure if you're not ready for, oh, they gave us two cards. If you're not ready for children, please use protection. I also see an outside intimate act out in a garden or outside in a public venue, but let me get out y'all business. So we have either 5, 2, or 3. So 2, 3, 5, which can be days, hours, weeks, months, or 66, 44 days total. But remember eclipses, each eclipse lasts up to 6 months to a year. So don't think because we just have an eclipse and it's over the next day that that's it. No. I'm glad they just reminded me of that. Yes? You can also go back and watch some of my older eclipse readings that I did last year and a year before, because you're just now finishing up like the last 2 to 3 um eclipses that we've been having. You're just now finishing up that energy now. Okay? And this new solar eclipse is going to take you probably into the next 2 years or a year and a half. Remember, we also have Rahu that is in Pisces. So with that, oh shoot. Mm. Okay, so remember that Rahu also is about um illusion. Mm-hmm. So go back and look at my Rahu K2 reading that I did, I think around October, November of last year. Go look at that, because Rahu is an illusion, and then with this solar eclipse also happening in Pisces, this is going to be a huge letting go of a lot of things that you're going to be finally glad that you're waking yourself up and out of, and it's time for you to let it go. So, um, so this can be a total of 66 days, like the next 2 months. Um, 44 days, about a month and a half or so, or a month and a couple of days after that. And I'm still almost getting almost a year. So, like I said, each eclipse lasts about a year, 6 months to a year. So, the one that we had last year and the one we had before that, you're just now finishing up that energy, and this is going to be your new self. Okay? I'm glad y'all reminded me. Thank you. Yeah, because we got zero here. So the timing again, communication from somebody, a message that you need to send out or that you're waiting on, can be about a job, and for some of you about a person. Um, you just couldn't tame this person. Either they were too wild, or they felt that they couldn't tame you, or they don't want to be tamed, or you don't want to be tamed. It's like also for some of you, you don't want to change. So the divine, the universe is having a hard time trying to tame you into this new beginning, because high priestess, you just don't want to budge. The anchor, you don't want to become solid in your new self, new beginning. But it's time, the star card. Okay. All right. I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much. I didn't mean to take this long. Please make sure whenever you do see this reading, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, and also make sure the bell notification is hit. Please don't forget my other channel, Yes or No Tarot. You can always find the links to those videos in my community tab. Um, because I only talk about love relationships over there. I don't really get a lot of information about career and money. Sometimes, but very rarely. Okay. Thank y'all so much for participating, and I will see y'all next time. Bye bye.